Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me again. Always nice to see you. So, today I'm going to talk about a topic a little different than my typical topics, but I do feel like it's an important topic and it was recently brought top of mind for me. So, I figured I would do this blog post on it. It's regarding why a standing desk can be a game changer for freelancers. So, as a freelancer, we are known for wearing many hats. But the one thing that we're all guilty of is wearing the professional sitter hat a little bit too often. We get deep in client work, whether that be editing, writing, or building something amazing. And hours can pass by before we notice that we haven't moved in a while. Recently, I have been very busy, sitting more often than I usually do, and feeling the consequences of that. The long hours and the constant sitting seem to have started to make an appearance in my lower back. And let me tell you, that discomfort is an uninvited coworker that I do not want to share my office space with. So that is when I realized that I needed to go back to using my standing desk more often than I had been. In all honesty, I was just getting a little bit lazy and staying seated for most of the time. But as freelancers, all of our creativity, our clarity, our energy are all intertwined with our physical well-being. So we have to remember that when our bodies hurt, our work can also suffer. And when we feel sluggish, our ideas may slow down. And when our workspace is working against us, we unintentionally put our business at a disadvantage. And therefore, when our work environment isn't designed in the way that we need it to be, we could unintentionally put our business at a disadvantage. So there is a mindset component to this, believe it or not, because mindset isn't just about confidence or business strategy. It's also about how we treat the space where we are building our careers. So if your workspace drains you, hurts you, or restricts you, it can chip away at your motivation, where creating an environment that supports your body is important, just as important as building systems that support your business. Now, I do, as I mentioned, have a desk that has transformed the way that I work in the past. And now I'm conscientiously going back to using or taking advantage of the features that it has more often. I have a VIVO electric corner desk. It's L-shaped. It's 65 inches by 55 inches. And it has a memory height adjustment. So I can move the desk to my favorite settings with the click of one button, or I can move it to a custom setting by just holding the button for a little bit. Why I really like this desk is the flexibility. I can move from sitting to standing and back again with the press of a button. Also, because it's an L-shaped desk, I'm able to keep multiple computers on it and simply pivot from, one direction to the other for easy access to the different devices that I need to use. And the VIVO desk makes it really easy. I don't have to do any heavy lifting. I don't have to adjust any clamps. I don't have to reorganize my workspace. I literally just click the button and my body gets what it needs. And it is a game changer when I do use it, because the movement keeps my energy up. Switching positions throughout the day helps my back, my focus, and even my creativity. I don't feel stuck or sedentary. The corner design gives me breathing room. The L-shape makes multitasking smoother. Everything has a place, and I'm not constantly shifting notebooks, charging cables, or moving drinks around to make space. The electric lift is amazing, and the memory settings remove any sort of friction when moving from one position to the other. It's effortless to adjust. I actually use the standing function now, again, and not just think about using it. I also like the material that the desk is made out of. It's very solid, and the white surface really brightens my entire workspace. So, of course, as a result, because the workspace feels light and open, it affects my mood, and I would say more than you realize. Now, the other aspect that sort of works in tandem with my standing desk to remind me that I shouldn't be sitting all of the time is my Apple Watch. Is my Apple Watch. It's a small but important part of this setup because it reminds me to stand every hour. And sure, sometimes I ignore it. We all do. But even if I brush the alert off once, it does prevent me from sitting for 4 or 5 hours straight without noticing. It nudges me back into healthier habits of moving the desk into a standing position or walking into the other room to get a drink and then coming back. So I find that when you pair the Apple Watch reminder with the desk that adjusts instantly, like the VIVO desk does, it becomes incredibly easy to keep your body moving. And why this matters is because we are responsible for our environment. If we were in a corporate environment, we may have certain wellness perks. Maybe the company would do an ergonomic evaluation for us, or the HR department would check in on our health to make sure that we have everything we need. But as a freelancer, you have to take ownership of all of those things. So if you have a desk that is able to transition to various positions, then you will be apt to have better posture, have more consistent energy, hopefully experience less pain or discomfort, have a lower focus, and make your work habits more intentional overall. Now, trust me, this is not about standing all day. I know that some people do that. That is not something that's comfortable for me. I enjoy mixing it up and moving between a seated and a standing position, just so that I am moving throughout the day. I feel that that movement does have a ripple effect on my mood, my productivity, and hopefully even my long-term health, that it has a positive implication. So in the recent past, I had brushed off the usage of the capability within my desk. I told myself I was fine. I told myself I was busy, but the truth is that discomfort accumulated and I felt like it was impacting my work. And as mentioned, as freelancers, our bodies are tools of the trade just as much as our laptops are. So taking care of your physical environment is not an option. It's part of building a sustainable business for yourself. This is just something to keep in mind if you're feeling stiff, tired, achy. Consider this your sign. You don't need a dramatic makeover. Integrating an adjustable desk like the VIVO can be a smart upgrade that can shift a lot. Because when you support your body in that way, you are supporting your business, and freelancers deserve a work setup that helps you thrive. I hope that this has been helpful. I will put a link to the desk that I bought in the comments. Of course, there are many desks like this that you could look into. I do have positive feedback about this particular desk, but you may find a comparable desk that works better for you. If you found this episode to be insightful, please like and subscribe. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.